Good morning. Morning, Tire. Morning, Retro. How are y'all doing today? Oh, back to the usual. Friday, fun stream. And even though, yes, I know last night Biden said his stuff, bunch of stuff happened, bunch of good things, bunch of bad things, bunch of who knows things. I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to talk about it on this stream. Maybe later, if I've got time, I'll talk about it. But other than that, I ain't going to do it because it's Friday. Anywho, I was hoping Ramen would be here by now because I got something that I think she'd find kind of funny, but I've got a question to ask because this is a question I wanted to ask. Do people actually think they're animals? Are people so disturbed or whatever is going on that they think they're animals? And the reason I ask is I have been seeing ads for this kind of thing here for a while. Hey, morning, Sean. Yeah. Well, the reason why I'm asking is I'm seeing things like this. There are more and more ads. It's nothing more than an oversized dog bed with a matching blanket. They even advertise them as oversized dog beds on the floor. What in the world? Why would somebody want one of these? Retro, you'd have to explain it to me, my friend. In the video that you see with this, when they first show it, it just looks like a dog bed. Then people crawl in it and lay down. Now, if you had a Great Dane, a Marmaduke-sized mutt running around, yeah, but Tyre, okay, yeah, and how do they get out of that bed? Because they can't stand up off the floor. Yeah, I mean, it makes it easier. They just fall into it, but then they can't get out of it. That's true. That's true. Let's see how much. How much? Now this is a Chinese version of it. Let's see here. How much is it? 30 bucks. You can't. I, how much is the big one? You can't even click on the big one. So, I don't know. Maybe if you're to use it for a guest bed. Yeah, I mean you can't even get a decent dog bed for $30. Okay, I can see that, Sean. I can see that, but I don't know. Why would somebody want one of these crazy things? They just don't make good sense to me, especially at $30. Okay, so let's see here. What was this? I do got. I do. I forgot. Why do people buy beanbag chairs? When I was 18 years old, a friend of mine had one, and I found out very quickly I did not like them. Now, when my son was 6 years old, he loved his beanbag chair. We bought a beanbag chair and put it in my son's room, and he loved it. But I've never found I don't know. I didn't find them comfortable. Fortunately, I've never been around one if to seen one break, but yeah, I imagine that that'd be a pretty hellacious mess. It'd fill up your vacuum in a hurry. One thing I did forget to do, and I should have done this at the top of the stream. Uh, Dragon Ball Z fans, uh, if you are one, the guy that created it died last night and sometimes in the past 24 hours. Um, I've never been a Dragon Ball Z fan, but that's beside the point. Uh, I know when how I felt when Gene Roddenberry finally passed. Creator of Star Trek, and being the original series Star Trek fan that I am, uh, that was like, well, not a chance of him writing anymore, having anything more to do with it. So, uh, I will say to the gentleman, thank you for creating something that so many people have loved and give great pleasure to. That's something very, very few people did. Ah, okay. All right, Tyre. Well, that's good. Um, Very few people can say that they've created something that has given millions of people pleasure. And for that, he should be remembered. Whether you enjoyed it or not, millions of other people around the world have. And for that, he deserves credit and to be remembered. Uh, Now, going from that to this, This, I want to play a little bit of this with 5 minutes remaining, 10 episodes follow. Yeah, I have heard he was a fan of that. It take him 5 episodes to do a 5 minute take to cover something that lasted 5 minutes, but I want you guys to pay attention to this. I'm going to be stopping it. All right, because I'm going to have questions. All right. So make certain that sound, I hope the sound comes through. Y'all let me know if the sound don't come through.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Why did you turn your Wi-Fi off?
What?
Why did you? I was in the middle of one of the best Fortnite games of my life. Thank you. Best weapons. Finally got the legendary SMG. I was so.
Okay, first question. First of all, could y'all hear the sound? Second question, and Sean, you beat me to it. From the neck down, I would say female, but the shoulders up, male. That's kind of iffy. Okay.
So damn close to that royale I've been craving for 6 whole months, and you turn it off for what?
Sorry, what?
You turn your Wi-Fi off, and now
What do you mean I turn my Wi-Fi off? It's my Wi-Fi.
Well, yeah, but you're not the only one using it, are you?
You just told me you're using my Wi-Fi. What for?
To get Victory Royale.
Right there is a reason to put a password, a complicated password on your Wi-Fi. Kid next door, the individual next door, using your Wi-Fi. And then when you shut it off for some reason, they come knocking at your door. Maybe not physically, but mentally. I mean, listen to this rant.
That's the whole point. I drove to Tomato Town. I have been training myself for 6 entire months.
You've been training yourself for 6 months, yeah?
Yeah.
And I've been paying for this for like 6 whole months.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, I didn't have it till.
Yeah, exactly.
And this is the one thing I was nearly good at. Second place again and again, killed by Gokus and Rex and you. In my moments of triumph, you turn it off.
In my moment of triumph, you turn off your Wi-Fi. In my moment of triumph, you shut off my Wi-Fi.
Why?
Mate, are you alright?
Am I alright?
Yeah, well, first he called him mate. He called this thing mate. So is that an indication this is a male that is done that had hormone injections or something to give him fake boobs? And now I've accidentally worn a T-shirt inside out. Get up in the morning, put on a T-shirt, and it didn't get folded properly to where it was inside out. But isn't, you see the hemming here. Look at how the hem is sticking up around the shoulder here, across the top of the shoulder, around the arms, down the side here. Wearing their shirt inside out, were they just sitting around their apartment topless and slap that shirt on real quick, not paying attention to it, to see if because the Wi-Fi got shut off?
Do I look all right to you?
No, you don't.
I have trained my triggers so much. I have been carefully crafting the perfect controller for this.
Okay, calm down. What do you want? Why have you come to my house?
I want you to turn it back on.
The Wi-Fi? No, why am I going to give you the Wi-Fi? Get your own Wi-Fi.
Why?
What do you mean why? Because I paid for the Wi-Fi. I didn't know that you're using the Wi-Fi.
I've had it for 6 months. I made it clear. I left things at your door for this, and you hadn't had a problem for the past 6 months.
Yeah, because I didn't know that. I didn't know that like, you're using it, and your shirt's inside out, mate.
It is not inside out. Thank you. This is properly how I wanted to wear it. It's a fashion statement, if you must know.
It's a fashion statement.
Yes.
Great fashion statement.
Look, I'm not even asking for much now.
He keeps calling them mate. But I mean, these look like them girls' pants the things got on.
You asking for my Wi-Fi, which I paid
for half an hour.
What do you mean half an hour?
Well, I need to get back in. I need to queue up. I need to make sure I have all the best skin. I need to make sure I need to use The Rock because
The Rock?
Yes. The Rock.
What, as like Dwayne Johnson, The Rock?
Yes.
Okay.
Because apparently there was a glitch in this game, which means if you press L1 to aim, he's only 5% faster by 0.6 of a second.
That is a great story, mate. That's a great story, but that does not defeat the object of you using my Wi-Fi. So
I knew WoW players like this. I knew WoW players who were like this back in the day. Oh, you want the link to that? Let's see here. And here you go. But I mean, I've known WoW players that lived the game. They could not get out of their character. But this, yeah, really, Sean, that's it. Give me $100 and I'll turn it back on for that 30 minutes that you want. But that 30 minutes isn't going to be long enough for them to do what they want to do.
Hold a minute. Do you want to use my Wi-Fi?
Yes.
Well, you can't.
Why?
Because I pay for it and it's mine. That's like me saying, like, can I use your Xbox?
It's not an Xbox. This is not an Xbox controller.
All right.
It's a PlayStation 5. There is a difference. There has been a console war, my friend.
All right. Xbox, GameCube. I don't care, mate.
The expression on his face when the guy said a GameCube. I mean,
Xbox, GameCube. I don't care, mate.
This is not even the same console. That's not even a Sony. You didn't even mention a Sony console.
Nintendo Wii. I don't know. Game Boy.
That was 5 generations before. You are testing my patience. No. Call me Xbox one more time, and I swear to the gods, this controller ain't gonna be the only thing broken.
All right, mate.
I'm sorry. I would. I would find something else to say just just to watch this individual lose it. Yeah, this is pure gold. I'm sorry, but this is pure gold.
Go on. Test me. Test me.
What is it?
Come on.
What is it? An algae cookie?
You have 5 seconds to run.
But I mean, that's one extreme. That's one. Okay, there's that one. There's that one there for somebody borrowing your Wi-Fi, and then nobody wants to see that first one come up to your door. But guys, maybe you would want to see this one come to your door.
Hello, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm great. How are you?
Hi, I'm just Danielle. I just live down the road in one of the houses, and I've just noticed that you changed your Wi-Fi password.
Sorry.
You've changed your Wi-Fi password. I used to use your Wi-Fi, but I can't get on it now. How come you put a password on?
What? You've been using my Wi-Fi?
Yeah. You had like no password on, so I've been using your Wi-Fi. I literally just live down the street.
Yeah, well, that's probably the reason why I put a password on it, because so then other people didn't use my Wi-Fi. How long have you been using it for?
I've been using your Wi-Fi.
Well,
I
yeah.
just wondered what the password.
You think maybe she dressed up like this on purpose to come over to ask for the Wi-Fi password? I mean, at least she put a little bit of thought into asking nicely in more ways than one, trying to offer something in return for use of their Wi-Fi. Well, yeah, definitely. Oh, I agree, Tyre. Get your own Wi-Fi, but I mean, the first one, the guy comes up, the individual. I don't want to say guy, don't want to say gal. I mean, who knows? But she put a little bit of thought into coming over to get your Wi-Fi, get her Wi-Fi password from you.
What?
Why?
Oh, what? It reaches my house actually. We're quite close.
Yeah, but why have you been using my Wi-Fi?
Well, it's just easy, isn't it? Then I don't have to pay for it too. So I've just been using yours. I just wonder what the password was, please.
But why should I give you the password?
Well, why should I pay? Why should I have my own when yours reaches mine?
Yeah, but I'm saying but then I'm paying for it.
But why should we both pay for it? Surely you should just pay for it, then it reaches my house, so I can just use yours. That's what I've been doing anyway.
Well,
I love the logic these people have. Why should I pay for it when I can use yours? Why should I have to pay for something when yours is right there and so available?
well, yeah, okay, so what do you want?
I just want the Wi-Fi password, please.
But why should I give you it?
Because I just need it, because I only live next door.
Well, yeah, I live next door as well, but then surely if you're using my Wi-Fi, then surely you should be paying half of it as well.
Not a full amount. Hi.
Right, you're right.
Yes, thank you.
What? Is he using the
You want to
Wi-Fi
pay
as well?
now? He might be.
All right,
Do you want me to
thanks. Yeah, but I mean, no, but what I want to know is what gave you the impression that it was okay to use my Wi-Fi?
Well, I literally just live next door, and it just connects. It reaches my house.
Yeah, lady, here's a question for what are you planning on giving me in return? I'm surprised he hasn't asked that question yet. What are you planning to give me in return for using your Wi-Fi? For you using my Wi-Fi? Maybe we can strike up a deal here.
Well, yeah, I can see it reaches your house, but I'm saying, like, why are you using my Wi-Fi?
Because it's free. Why would I pay for my own Wi-Fi when it connects to yours?
Well, like, it's technically not free because I'm the one. It's coming out of my expense.
Yeah, but it's free for me. So like, I just
Well,
use it.
yeah,
I
it
just
is free for you, but like, not anymore, though, is it?
That's why I'm asking for the password.
Well, yeah, but like, I just don't know why. I just don't see why I should give you the password.
Because it literally, if you look, like I'm literally 5 meters next door and it reaches. So I think you should just give me the password, then I can use the Wi-Fi. I don't understand what's wrong.
No. I understand what connection means. Yeah, I understand that you can physically connect to my Wi-Fi. I can understand that. I understand it.
Like, we all live in like such a close neighborhood. Like I'm literally like 5 meters that way.
Oh, they cut it off before because I didn't watch all of these. Let's see. There was so the first one was a complete lunatic. Then there was the woman who, well, she exposing parts of her boobies to trying to get the Wi-Fi. And then there's this one.
Oh, hi. Hi.
You're right.
Yeah, I'm fine. I just come round because actually I'm having a little problem with the Wi-Fi. I can't seem to get access to it anymore. It
What do
seems
you
to
mean?
be I need a password to get in, you know, the Wi-Fi.
Password getting what?
I need to get the password to get into our communal Wi-Fi. And
What do you mean
I
our
thought you've
communal
got
Wi-Fi?
mine and yours Wi-Fi. I need a password.
What do you mean mine and yours Wi-Fi? We don't have a shared Wi-Fi.
Yeah, we do. Of course, we've had a shared Wi-Fi. We've had it for ages.
No.
Just need a password. That's all. If you just give me the password,
So
then
you want a password for my Wi-Fi? It's
yeah.
not.
Well,
It's not shared.
technically,
Uh-oh. Technically,
it's you've got the password, but we use it like
So
you know.
you
Me
use
and
my
you.
Wi-Fi? No. So you've been using my Wi-Fi.
Yeah, it's good eco. You know, like the ecosystem. It's good for the ecosystem that we share it. So I just
it's good for the ecosystem. Don't you mean it's good for your economy that you get to use his Wi-Fi that he's paying for? I mean, I just love the excuses these people come up with. And while these have been English, they're the only ones I saw. I mean, the persons I saw that put these videos up. I could imagine, yeah, communal. I could imagine this would happen here in the States just as quickly. You know, that there would be people here doing the exact same thing, so damn bold that I mean, when I look at my local Wi-Fi, what's available here to my house, I've got like 4 or 5 different, besides mine, depending on the day, I can see 4 or 5 other accounts. Always at least 4, sometimes 5. And luckily, they're all passworded. ladies and gents, password your Wi-Fi unless you don't mind your neighbors using it. But honestly, I would not. What the unless you know your neighbors very, very well, don't do this. Don't do this. These people, you know, uh, yeah, I've got the same one. I've got Xfinity also, and honestly, I hate it. Too damn expensive for what they give me. Uh, yeah, Sean, good point, y'all. Uh, let me come over and use your kitchen, or you know, let me come over and use your shower. Uh, Okay, let's see what else this woman's got to say.
thought, you'll be like good enough to, give me the password. You and me and you. I won't tell no one. I'll just, get back to normal, business resumes and I can get on with my work.
So,
I just thought that was a nice thing to do, wouldn't
okay,
it?
so I'm a bit confused right now. So you've been using my Wi-Fi.
Well, it's been out. Your Wi-Fi's been out in the ethos, hasn't it? It's been out there.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. Before
I just
before
opened
it
up
didn't
my
have a password, and then my
laptop.
Wi-Fi was
Oh,
being really slow. So before my Wi-Fi was really being slow, I contacted the broadband number, and they said to put a password on. I put a password onto the Wi-Fi, and now my Wi-Fi is working perfectly fine.
yeah, but you see, the broadband would say that, wouldn't they? Because they want more people to spend more money, with them to have more Wi-Fi when we don't need to. Because ecologically, we're helping saving the planet by sharing. Sharing is caring, isn't it?
Sharing is caring. And what are you planning on sharing, woman? What do you plan on sharing? You notice how these sharings are always one way, and that is you share with me. I got no intentions on sharing back, but all these people, they want you to support them with their stuff.
But
And I'm a very
ecologically, I'm paying for the Wi-Fi, and you're
right.
not.
Yeah, yeah, I know, but you've got quite a lot of money.
Here's one thing you need to
You got the money. Oh, I'm sorry, Tyre. I just closed that tab. Let's see if I can find it again. Uh, let's see here. There's the crazy kid. And da. I don't. Okay, that's the ditzy blonde. Okay, here it is. Uh, copy link address. Here we go. There's the link to the last one. Okay. And that and see it's not just things and women. I mean, there's plenty of men that steal that Wi-Fi. My question is can you actually get someone charged for stealing your Wi-Fi? Well, not if you forgot to, if you never put a password on it, then it was out there in the open. But if you passworded it and then somebody, it's like at work, we've, um, but you didn't take any precautions to prevent somebody else from using it, Tyre. That's the only drawback to it is if you didn't take any precautions, if you didn't take even a minimal step of passwording it, and somebody hooked into it, I mean, I don't even use the free Wi-Fi at my doctor's office though, simply because I don't trust open Wi-Fi systems. Yeah, you're right. It is theft. But I mean, and anybody who, when we check people into the hotel, we've got the open Wi-Fi system that, they go to the warrant, a splash page pops up and basically says, hey, you understand that using this Wi-Fi, this is something we offer to you for free. However, we make it is an open system and we make no promises to its security. You're responsible for your own security for whatever's going on. You were held, harmless if somebody does anything, if your system gets hacked or whatever. And when we check in a guest, that's, welcome to such and such. And if you want to connect to the internet, just connect to this system, this account. Just understand it is an open system. And if I get that look from someone, I'll say, you do understand what an open system, what it means is, anybody and everybody can be on at any time, including people who are looking to steal your information. So if you decide you want to use it, I would highly recommend not doing any banking or anything like that on it. And then their eyes get big. They go, oh, yeah, somebody can get in there and steal your stuff if you're not careful. So don't do it. I mean, we've got great big note next to our Wi-Fi system at work that for the offices, and it's, the only people, don't pass that Wi-Fi password out to anybody, period. That's strictly for our own use. And that's, straight is, and that's it. The the owner of the property is being nice and even allowing us to use their Wi-Fi for our personal cell phones and such. But that's again okay. Let's see here. I'll talk about that later, maybe. I don't want to do that. Yeah, so, okay. That, well, let's see. Okay. Oh, and, today's show is going to be short. I've got to leave here in another 20 minutes or so again for another doctor's appointment. Doctors yesterday, they got those needles shoved into my arms and they're shooting those electricity through them. And, the machine's reading from point A to point B what all that's like. And it's like, there's a couple of them that's like, ooh, I actually felt that. And the girl running the machine, she goes, oh, I'm sorry. I said, no, I like it. She goes, what do you mean? Like I said, yeah, that hurt a little bit, but yeah, that's a new sensation. How many people would use an open Wi-Fi system if one was available to you? Here's the silly question. If your hometown, your community that you lived in, or even if you're foolish enough to live in a HOA, and they said, okay, we are willing to pay or willing to do what is necessary to put in a Wi-Fi system for everybody so that nobody has to get a single account unless you want one. However, in order to do that, everybody's got to pay $6 a month or $60 a year to support it. Would you be willing to do that? And then would you be willing to pay it? To use it? I'm sorry. Would you be willing to pay it so that your neighbors and yourself could get Wi-Fi? But Ty, would you be willing to pay it so your neighbors? I mean, now I agree with you. I wouldn't use it because if I were, especially back in the day when I was playing WoW, because I don't want the overloaded on the system. But if you were just doing typical, emails and Facebook and that kind of crap, would you use it if it was available and it only cost you $60 a year? And would you be willing to pay that $60 even if you didn't use it so that your neighbors could have Wi-Fi or your neighbor's kid could have a Wi-Fi to use for, their schoolwork? I I would almost be willing to do it. And see, this just question coming in off the top of my mind, off of basically because something else has just popped up. But if it were brought to me in a way to say, hey, if you pay $60 a year, we can ensure that the children in this area could get the Wi-Fi they needed to do their schoolwork and other things that they need for their education. Would you be willing to do it? Now, Sean, I'm not the nicest guy in the world. Well, I mean, I fully admit that. But if it were brought to me in such a way that I could see there would be an overall benefit, and I agree with you, I wouldn't want anybody downloading that kind of crap anyway for it. But I still, I don't know. I don't know. I agree with you, but yet I disagree with you. I agree with what you're saying as far as, you know, I don't want my money going to somebody downloading pornography or, especially children's uh, child porn. Okay. That would displease me to no end. But if it was to say that there is a child who's in a uh, less than affluent area whose parents could not afford to get internet access for them at their home, and this way they could use their school support, their school funded um, what the hell, Chromebook. That's what it is. Their school funded Chromebook to go online and do schoolwork. I think I'd be more amenable to that fee. I think I would be more amenable to that fee for that simple fact. So that other kids, so that know kids that wanted to get online to log into their school systems to do their homework or research for what they're doing for projects. I'd be up to that. Um, Public libraries do exist. That is true. And not every kid can get to a public library. I promise you, not every child can get to a public library. No, no, no. I'm not being that white savior. Good God, no. I'm not being that white savior. I'm not. There are times, though, that I do believe that those who can should help out those who can't. All right. To make it available, I mean, to make something available for someone to use to improve themselves, especially a child. Uh, I think it's the only, all right, let's say it was a voluntary system to pay into. I would have no problem with it. I really, I really wouldn't. Where kids could log on, and of course they can only log on to their school systems. They couldn't go to YouTube or something like that. But Tyre, is it punish the children because of their parents? I don't necessarily, again, I'm not talking about putting up the Wi-Fi in Section 8 housing for uh, simply to give mom and dad, so they can go to TikTok or YouTube or whatever happens to be the thing, the fancy thing of the day, but to allow the school children within that area to, because we already supply them with Chromebooks that they can take home. So why not give them the ability to log on from home? Because I mean, Chromebooks don't have a hard drive or internal storage. So why not give them the ability to we're just going to have to agree to disagree then, Tyre, because I don't believe in punishing children for what their parents do or don't do. I don't believe in rewarding the parents for being lazy, for being drug addled or whatever. But I don't believe in absolutely punishing the kids because of it. And the kids who want to succeed will do it, and the kids who don't won't. Yeah, Tyre, and I fully understand that position. I fully understand that position. And and I'm 90% of the way in agreement with you. Okay. I do make exception. I mean, it's like free lunches for kids at school. Okay. A lot of kids, the only healthy meal they get are the ones they get when they're at school. Where my wife works for a quasi state sanctioned, state operated daycare system. A lot of the children that they get in through Head Start and early Head Start, those 5 days a week that they're in there with those kids, those are the only real meals that those kids get that day. Yeah, you're right. It is but when the kid's not at school, what are they supposed to do, Ty? How are they supposed to be able to succeed if we're not giving them the opportunity to succeed? And if part of that opportunity to succeed includes given some form of, and I'm not talking about the fastest and best Wi-Fi where they can get out and play Fortnite and games on it. I'm talking about a very basic Wi-Fi that they can get out there to do research. They can do their homework with. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the super fast Wi-Fi that for playing video games or watching YouTube videos. But Okay, Tyre, but then you're talking about using data plans, and not everybody's got free data plans or unlimited data plans. Unlimited data plans cost money. I happen to get grandfathered into one that doesn't cost, but that's because I was with this company before Verizon. I was with Alltel, and I had an unlimited plan with Alltel. And when Verizon bought out Alltel, they had to keep my contract the way it was, and I've never changed it. In over 20 years, in over 20 years, I've never changed my cell phone plan. Verizon wants me to change it so bad because I've got free unlimited data. Data, however you want to pronounce it. But let's see here. No, I don't want to do that. And that is all I have really got time for today. Because, like I said, I do got to get ready to. They did my arms and upper body yesterday. Now they're going to be doing my legs today, sticking more needles into me and pumping more electricity through them. Guys, if you've never had it done, I highly recommend. If you just and seriousness here, if you've got numb areas of your hands, body where you have no feeling, where it is literally numb to the touch, go get a nerve conductivity study done as soon as possible. I did not. And if they had caught this back in the 90s instead of in the 2000s, late 2000s, I may have been in better position than what I'm in now. So if you've got any areas of your body that you've got no surface feeling in them whatsoever, go see your doctor, see if you can get a nerve conductivity study done. Save yourself a lot of grief and aggravation. But otherwise, ladies and gents, I may stream later on when I get back. I'm making a ham tetrazzini for dinner for tonight. I haven't done that for a while. Going to do ham tetrazzini and garlic bread and green salads. So y'all have a good day. Enjoy yourselves. Stay out of trouble, or have as least much fun as getting out of it as you did getting into it. Later, all.